back on the field. It's been a long grind, huh?
Yeah, it's a blessing for sure. So, a long process, but it's my second time going through it, and I kind of knew what to expect going forward. Different, unorthodox approach this time, but great training staff, great strength staff, and they got me back on the field. So I'm just blessed to be here. Thank God for everything, and glad to be out there with my brothers.
So know you came off a strong season last season, and then you weren't able to participate early on, but now you're able to get back, and the team is winning. They're playing well. The youth is playing well. How exciting does that make it? How much more exciting does that make your return?
Oh, it's super exciting. It's definitely a different identity. I feel like this year, Salah's been great with the defense. The young guys have stepped in, kind of setting that standard last year with the young guys, and now just seeing this group of young guys, contributing early as they have. Start with Marquise Siegel and Michael Williams, Upton Stout, CJ West, the list goes on. So those guys have just bought into our standard, and it's just nice to have those young guys step in at such a, young time in their career. And now I'm able to, just pick up where I left off. So just really excited to get back out there.
What's been unorthodox about this recovery?
Just, college, schedule, just maybe having to go to class after rehab and everything, and now it's just more so just kind of focusing on different types of movements, not just focusing on my knee, but just focusing on other areas of my body in totality. So I think it taught me a lot about taking care of myself and learning different parts of my body to kind of help me build that longevity going forward.
You're going to be the same confident, heat-seeking missile, so to speak, that you've been since you got here, since you stepped out there?
I mean, I didn't get surgery on my brain, so, it's the same thing. So I'm just trying to pick up where I left off and, keep the main thing.
Not to be too invasive, but you spoke and gave credit to your upbringing with your parents for your mentality and your mindset each time you step out there. Just wondering if either one of them gave you some type of nuggets going through this kind of time to recover from an ACL surgery before you step back out there.
I mean, I feel like my mom and my dad, just kind of made sure to always keep God first. That was my main thing. Maybe I feel like a lot of people, aren't there for me in certain situations where I'm just by myself, or I feel like I was left behind or things like that. But, God was always there with me. So, I just try to keep my faith number one thing, whether I'm doing football, whether that stuff off the field, always trying to keep that the main thing, and, everything else to go play out how it's going to play out.
Do you expect to play this Sunday?
Of course, yeah.
You feel ready?
Yeah. I've been ready.
You're a big hitter. You've always been, it seems like a big hitter since you've been here. Where did that start? Is that always the way you've played the game?
I mean, I grew up kind of, being undersized, so it was just a thing where can I separate myself, just being a little kid. So just having, that Mighty Mouse mentality, being a, big dog, even though it might not show it physically, but mentally, that's going to give me the upper hand. So just, it wasn't different when I was in high school. It's not different in college, and it was definitely not going to change when I'm in the league. So just throughout my football career, I just try to keep that the same motive.
How difficult were the last 5 weeks just having to be on the sideline?
I mean, it's definitely difficult, but at the same time, my brothers on this team are the ones that's keeping me up, and I just, just love to see the guys go out there, go to war, and put their best foot forward. And it's just a blessing that we're 4-1, and we're just gonna keep this thing rolling.
You said you've been ready. How long have you felt that way?
Since I got surgery. Yeah.
Coming back at this point in the season, how do you prepare mentally?
I mean, just getting back into the routine, getting back to the mix. Don't try to do anything crazy. Don't try to do the big thing too fast. Just take it step by step. Same thing how I was with my rehab. Not trying to do too much in a short amount of time. And now I'm getting back to the swing of things. And once I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go.
All right, thanks, Malik.
Welcome back.
Appreciate it.